Okay guys, prepared to wander out in the woods today. I'm going to bring you another knife review, and this one goes right along with the Scrama bush knife because this is the companion knife that goes with that. And the pronunciation of this, let me see if I can say this correctly for you. Train in the background, ruining my video as always. Terava Puukko. So the Puukko comes from Verstalica, which is the same company that sells the Scrama bush knife, and it's in that same line of economical but robust, well-built knives. And here it is. So what I'm calling this is, I'm really calling this the MORA Killer because you know, everybody has a MORA in their knife arsenal, and this thing for a few dollars more is probably way better than a MORA as far as the construction and the beefiness of this thing, because this is definitely something that's going to take abuse. So the 110, it comes in high carbon steel or stainless steel. I chose high carbon. It has a ground 90-degree spine for striking a ferro rod. Mine was a little dull from the factory, so I had to file on it a little bit to help it along. It is a Scandi grind, full tang, and you can see from the width of that spine, it's definitely beefy. So this is something you're going to actually be able to baton into wood and not worry about breaking, because, you know, as we all know, MORAs, even the full tang ones, you want to be a little bit careful because they're not really full tang, they're more of a rat tail tang. But this thing, it's designed for abuse. And then what I really like about this knife over most of the MORAs is the handle. It's got this over-molded rubber handle that is super grippy, very comfortable. Can't say enough about it. I've been playing with this thing for a week or so, batoning, doing feather sticks, whatever, and it has just, it's been such a great knife to play with. I really enjoyed it. And what's awesome about this is that if you get these from Verstalica, they're only around 65 bucks. So at that price, you know, you're definitely at the same price as the more of the higher end MORAs. And you know, another feature that this knife has is the sheath. So the sheath actually has a plastic insert, so you get nice solid retention, and then it has this kind of over molded leather that's really well done. And what I really love about this thing is, besides having a dangler, it also has this retention button right here. So nice click, and then button that, and that knife is not coming out. You're not going to lose that. So what I want to do today is I just want to show you this knife in action, talk a little bit about it and why I like it so much, and why I think it is the MORA Killer. And yeah, it's going to be fun, so stick around, we're going to get into it. So I got some wood here that I've been batoning with, just to help split it down, so we can do some feather sticking with it. Good hard seasoned wood. Now the Scandi was very sharp out of the box, and I just put a little bit more of an edge on it. So I tend to do, what I do with my Scandis, what I tend to do with them is I tend to put a secondary bevel on it. So it's not really a true Scandi anymore, mine isn't, because I put this secondary edge on it, and that's just the way I like it. That's my personal preference. But as a Scandi right out of the box, it was definitely sharp enough to do the job. Let's see how some really nice thin curls with it. And usually with a thick knife like this, they don't do as well sometimes with the curls. This one is doing just fine. It's really nice, fine. I feel like I have a lot of control with this handle. And I think that's probably the advantage I see with this knife, is that it's just so comfortable compared to other knives that I've used.